Let's take a look at a couple of key execution points from this championship run in the steeplechase. This is Jennifer Crank. She is running here in the 16-inch class. And first, she's going to start off by setting the dog up on basically a straight line between 1 and 2. And she's going to start moving to number 3 to create that turn from 2 to 3 well before her dog takes off. So as the dog's moving into the takeoff zone, she's vacated the space, so she's no longer where the dog's going to land. So the dog is going to easily keep that bar up and move toward number 3. Now watch the takeoff point here of the dog. The dog's front feet are in the air. So if we move back to the stride before, you can see that Jennifer is already turning. And this is a spot where many of the competitors running the steeplechase turned too late. And their dogs took off in extension and they got really wide turns. But here you see Jennifer gets a very nice turn because of the timing. And you want to catch your dog before the takeoff, preferably the stride before the takeoff. Show him that turn. Here Jennifer comes up with a very nice move. She's using a deceleration. She's coming to a stop here, and what that's going to do is create a nice turn here at the jump. We had a lot of dogs go wide and long here and then end up running by the broad jump, especially the large dogs, because the handler opted to go in and do a front cross before the broad jump. And so that ended up pushing the dog wide. Here, Jennifer is going to use her body's motion to help create that turn. She even gives some of the opposite arm, which is going to further bring the dog toward her. You get a beautiful turn. The dog never looks at this tunnel. There's no risk of running by the broad jump. And she's able to go in and rear across the tunnel. She stays on this side of the A-frame and sends the dog out to the tunnel. She has plenty of time to move into position to show the dog the weave pole entry. Now we're going to get into the tough part of the course. We're going to check her timing on her front cross. And you can see that before the dog exits, here's the exit. The dog has just exited the poles. So if we back up and the dog is about to exit, you can see that Jennifer is already halfway through her front cross. And as her dog takes the first stride up, she's all the way out, heading in the new direction. And here she's got the big power step forward. It's going to really create that nice turn. Because handlers don't trust their dogs a lot of times to finish the weave poles, they delay the front cross and they take a wide turn there. But Jennifer does a really nice job of front crossing there in the timing. So here the dogs take a good hard look at the tunnel, and really they need to go and take this jump. Jennifer's going to pull her dog toward her, get the dog over the jump, and now the dog is not on a good line for the wall. So let's take a look at this again. So here you can see a lot of the dog's body, the side of the body. And so the dog is headed in this direction. But now you can see that the dog has to turn away from Jennifer a little bit, and it's very subtle. It's a very subtle line change. And to do that, you can see that Jennifer is going to lean in. This opposite arm, outside arm, comes up. Jennifer's upper body follows that, and it's going to push into the dog a little bit. And so the dog is going to go out and take the wall. And here Jennifer does her very best. One, she has to make sure that the dog has to go and take the wall, but then she needs to throw on the brakes. We saw this especially with the large dogs, handlers not controlling the turn at the wall, or maybe the dog's not having enough experience with walls, but they all went very, very wide there. And so here Jennifer gets a very nice turn, which is going to set her up for the winning line here. Again, gentle push out to this jump, into the weave poles here, and she is going to barely get to the end here. And she manages to turn the dog away again, leaning into the dog, bringing up that outside arm, and she'll finish with the dog on the left.